Yeah. Did the Magnums ever hit that SA6, or did it just run out of SAMs to shoot, or what was the deal with that?
I think we eventually hit it because it fell off the radar for good after a while.
Oh, right.
Yeah, at least 3 of the Magnums hit. I'm trying to count that up right.
That's just really cool, just how many guys we got in there. Guys, that's like probably a record. That was 26 pilots in one mission.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh my
The
god.
server ran perfectly, too.
Yeah, there was one little just skip for a second, and then it was smooth sailing from there on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had a dip in frame rates that was noticeable through my track, only because I had track IR. Like when we were sitting on the ramp at Nellis, but other than that, 100% fine. But that's to be expected from Nellis and all those jets.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this was very nice on that regard.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, F4's coming in. Yeah, man, I eventually just had to jettison those GBU 12s because they would just not come off my jet no matter what I did. That was very annoying.
We found that sometimes when that happens, obviously it won't even allow you to jettison the center line when the lightning pod's on there, but if you just go through the motions, it'll a lot of times clear bugs. So like really? A lot of times when we're flying, if somebody's having a problem, I will tell them like, hey dude, just jettison your center line. And really? For the guys in here who fly with us, I mean, 9 out of 10 times it fixes the problem. It's weird. I don't know whether the devs have that set as something in there to reset stuff internally. I don't know, but that works more times than I would imagine it would. You know?
That's interesting. That's really interesting and good to know.
Yeah, it's like when in doubt, just try jettisoning the center line, and saw a lot of this. Mostly in regards to Hornet mission computer air to ground or air to air weapons. That works. I should.
All right, so
gotta go and be a dot, guys. Pleasure.
Yeah, see you later, man. Thanks for flying.
See ya.
So
cheers, dudes.
A little shout out to our only Mirage 2000 pilot today. He just schwacked a column of tanks with a whole bunch of snake eyes. Just a perfect drop on like a whole column of T-72s. He hit like 4 of them in one pass.
Oh, that's awesome.
Perfect stick, right?
Yeah, perfect job. So I don't know if Muhaja is still in here, but good job, dude.
Yeah, I'm here. I was only discovered once I was in the air that my microphone wasn't working, and as a full system restart later, it's...
Okay, so you were the guy with the fuel leak that had to divert?
No.
Oh, right.
If you heard somebody, then it wasn't me, because my microphone gave no sound whatsoever to
Well, at least you could hear us. So at least you could hear like updates on like SAM launches and things like that. So I guess it's not too bad. It wasn't a full comm failure. I've been really thinking about putting like random failures into missions, but we have so much attrition just from DCS issues and, you know, software failures and things like that it's kind of like it does it for us.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Wow, Spud, you had some SA2 shooting you, didn't you?
Oh yeah, just a couple.
Man,
he was angry.
I am the SA2 magnet. If you guys have ever flown with me before, SA2s love me.
We dove in on that northern SA2 site, the two of us, and killed it with our 30mm cannon.
I was sitting there. I was like, they're going in on guns with that thing. I was like, all right, let's do that.
Well, we saw the SA2 site. It was close, and it was engaging another flight of aircraft. And so we were like, man, we can just dive in on this thing. So we just dove in with that Su-27's got a huge cannon.
That's awesome.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Air to ground in the Su-27.
Good for seeing the window of opportunity and jumping through it, man. That was funny. That helped out quite.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
that sounds like a crazy Ukrainian right there. So I mean, good job with that.
Yeah.
Right in line.
Yeah, it looks like both of Juan's harms hit something. Oh, Juan! Oh, your harm went after a Shilka for one of them. So I think that's why.
Yeah, my second one looked like it took out a 2. Terry's, both of his, I think combined they got the 6.
Yeah.
Did you put the TACView? Did you post that TACView anywhere? Or
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize you needed
okay.
it.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to like to use it on my own end. I just have no clue.
Do you have TACView installed?
I do, yeah.
Then you automatically have the track. So go to Documents, go to TACView,
Okay.
scroll down to the bottom or the very last one recorded, open it up, and boom, there you go.
Documents, TACView. Oh, cool. So you learn something new every day.
Yep, that's all your tracks right there. It automatically records everything you fly on DCS.
Oh, wow.
It looks like those GBUs hit. It just didn't register an effect on, at least on the targeting pod. I mean, I saw no splash effect or anything, but according to the TACView, it looks like they're running right in on target.
What did you do for your fusing settings?
It was on instant and off.
Interesting. That's weird.
Yeah, and my previous bomb took out another target, so I know
Yeah,
my
he
fusing was
blew
right.
that. I just think maybe it just hit that command center and had some sort of weird reaction. You know, it didn't give us the explosion effect or whatever, because yours took the crap out of that building to the left of it or to the side of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Sedlo, that was a badass run you had in on that SA2 radar. You took it out the first pass.
Yeah, I noticed. I didn't even see it, to be honest with you, until it was like 3 months. I'm like, well, I'm gonna die anyway.
Wow, I'm dodging Sam's like crazy at 4850. I think there were 4 of them shot at me.
I watched all of like Ford Flight's run-ins on the SA sites from like above, and I was like, oh my goodness, how are they going to survive?
Yeah.
It was nuts.
I think there's a minimum range on those things.
Yeah, pretty sure there is.
Yeah, when you said you were going in on guns, I was like, oh shit, I hope it thing's out of missiles. But at that point, you were close enough that I guess you were inside the minimum range of it.
Yeah,
I just noticed it was shooting.
For Sedlo and Knight, all the Sams were shooting at me while you guys went in for your gun run. So I was wild weaseling for you.
Yeah, that worked out.
Wild weasel.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it now. Let's shoot our guns at that SA3 site. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is crazy. I could get my AGM-65E off, and I took out the comms relay. Oh, well, it was kind of a shared kill on the comms relay tower. But other than that, definitely couldn't get those GBUs off. I was very frustrated.
Kind of wonder, do the laser codes have to be separated by a lot, like more than one digit? Will that screw them up?
In real life, no. But in DCS, maybe. It was weird because so Knight 05 got his weapon off, one of his GBU-12s off, and I watched it explode in my T-pod view, so he had no problem with it. Mine just physically would not leave when I'd hit pickle, and they would not leave the rack, no matter what I did. So I should have tried recycling some more things, like popping in and out of air-to-air mode and then back into air-to-ground mode and things like that. But I just was like, you know what? I'm out of fuel. I'll just jettison them and go get a tanker.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I think, just keep seeing the same faces and you get some familiarity through that. That can really turn into something there. This is a fun little series you got.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. It'd be cool. Do you guys want me to keep going with this red flag thing, or do you guys want to go back to the Persian Gulf, or what will you guys prefer?
I mean, I will always take a good opportunity to fly Nevada. I know.
Agreed.
It's a fine place to use.
No, we don't fly it very often. Like, there's not
to
run it, so it's kind of a nice change to get out and fly Nevada.
And I think it's fun to keep going with this kind of series and feeling like you're kind of doing a little bit of red flag action. It has a fun kind of atmosphere.
For sure. Yeah, so I guess I'll keep going with this. So for me personally, in terms of my learning from this mission, especially with the targeting pod, because I can do things super quick with a targeting pod in the F-14, but I got to remember how small the airspace in the Nevada ranges are, and just be like working my targeting pod early rather than late, because I was definitely getting late, and so I couldn't find the target, and then I was circling around it and all that. So
same here.
I think that because the Nevada ranges are just so small, and then you have to worry about the box and all of that, you just got to make sure that you're doing things early and staying ahead of the jet as much as possible.
Yeah, that's very true. I had the same takeaway there. Like, just not having been, we fly a lot all the time, but it's never that comms intensive. Yeah. So like just adjusting to the intensity of the comms took me a second, and I think it pushed me behind on a lot of what I would, my normal kind of actions when I'm up there doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I think getting used to that and being able to get the brain a little trained better to be listening and doing at the same time when there's that much coming through the net, that I think will, build just getting more experience with that much. I mean, we've been in, the group of us that kind of came here today, we've all done, carrier air wing, virtual air wing, stuff like that. But it's always pulling teeth trying to get people to communicate. So that was honestly my favorite part today, was just having all of that comms in there and actually hearing it work the way it's supposed to was very refreshing. So I think a little bit more repetition with that, and it'll really start to blossom.
For sure. It's just a lot, because the airspace is just so small. It's not like flying on a public server on the Caucasus where you have to fly forever to find a target. And as you can see, when it's a big strike package of airplanes with a big bunch of interceptors, like if there were like 4 F-4s, 6 F-15s, and like I want to say maybe another 4 F-16s out there, it's just the air-to-air engagements are just quick. It's like the snap of a finger. You don't get into these long, drawn-out dogfights. It's all just super, super quick. And
we're all basically in a phone booth, and the enemy is just taking runs into that phone booth, and you kind of got to sit there and fend it off as it comes in, which is probably the most fun part.
Yeah, for sure. But it makes you need to know those dogfighting skills, because those dogfighting skills allow you to do that quick phone booth BVR a lot better, because you know how to maneuver the jet around really well, rather than relying on those just pure long range skills along with the BVR.
I think y'all got everything before the Tomcats even got there.
Yeah, that you guys got a little lost. Yeah.
I don't know what.
But you guys got us with the rear guard, because I had set up some F-16s to come in up our asses from behind once we splashed all the bandits out in front, and it sounded like you guys engaged those guys, right?
Yeah, we infield 2 engaged them, but I think they had some 18s beat us to the punch that were cold from a SA-2 launch or something like that. I think there was a couple SA-2 launches, or maybe even an SA-3 launch, and they were cold, and it just so happened they spawned, I believe. I didn't look at the TACVIEW, but
no, so
that's what it seemed like happened.
27s grabbed them because there was 27.
Oh yeah, might have been.
Yeah, as there was a 27 out on them as we launched our AIM-7, and their 27 hit first. Yeah. But yeah, they came from behind us rather quickly.
Yeah, and it looks like the flankers really did some work as well, getting mixed in with some F-16s there too.
Yeah, my Dash 2 shot down 3. I shot down 1, and then we took the SA-3 side out.
Nice. Those crazy Ukrainians going guns when they're air to air.
Yeah, the Su-27's got a massive cannon on it.
Oh, I know, man. It's crazy. What is that? The GSH 501 or something like that?
Yeah, it's a 30 millimeter cannon.
Yeah, that's just nuts.
Yeah, just a few bursts just absolutely annihilated that whole SA-3 site.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did Brasco hit his target? Our lone AV-8 pilot. Oh, looks like there was 2 AV-8 pilots. The thing with the AV-8, man, is you just got to be really, really on top of your shit, because it is so vulnerable to everything and anything, and your SA is so degraded because you have no radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily kind of forget that in that thing, and you get tunneled out real quick just because the information's not there. And the Hornet, you glance down, you can't always find myself looking down and being like, oh, wow, I caught that at the right time. That dude is headed right at me right now. And you just don't have that benefit in the Harrier.
For sure. And then it's super vulnerable to man pads because instead of that hot engine exhaust being coming from the tail at the end of the airplane, it's coming from right in the middle.
Yeah.
So if you take a man pad, it's just going to blow you apart rather than simply, winging you on, your tail feathers.
Yeah. It's difficult to kind of maneuver that thing out of the way of it. Yeah, you're just kind of trying not to get.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely fun. I'm pretty starved. I'm going to grab myself a little lunch, gentlemen. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this. Looking forward to the next one. So I'll catch you guys around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
See you. Cool. We'll talk to you later.
Adios.
Yeah, I'd have to say this mission and the last one were definitely my favorite.
Yeah, it was a good one. And I mean, the NTTR, because that small airspace puts all the action right on top of everyone and on top of each other,
Yep.
I
That's
didn't
great.
fly out of the box this time, so there's that.
Yep, a couple people almost did.
I almost did.
Small victories.
I every time I would glance at the F10 map every couple of seconds and be like, "Hey, turn north, turn south."
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for flying. That was a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll do another one soon.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good.
do it.
Catch you guys later.
Take care,
All right,
guys.
I'll see you guys later.
Take it easy, guys. See ya. Thanks, Bud, for setting it up.
Yeah, man. See you later.